Hi, Eller. Thought I'd make a video instead of texting you like I do, and I know you don't like that. Okay, so I'll make a video for you so you can fast forward through your familiar parts. Um, First I want to say I miss you, and uh I wish it wasn't like this, but I don't know. I'm learning things, but let me tell you something. Okay. Um. All the psychiatrists and stuff for like the last 12 years, they've been giving me pills and medication. They keep on, they're such idiots. They thought one minute I had bipolar, next minute I had obsessive compulsive disorder, and such on, and gave me all these pills for everything, but nothing was working. Okay. And it's like when they told me something was wrong with me, I looked at it and some things followed through, but there was always a portion of it that didn't. I wasn't like that, and so but I went along with it like some dummy. And all the texts that I send you, plus all the texts you send back, and all the feedback you gave me, I stopped messing with the psychiatrist and went to a psychologist, which is a highly more intelligent person, obviously. And they said, okay, we took like 3 days. Okay, they figured out what's wrong with me. And when you look at it all now, if you look at what causes it, all the signs and symptoms and everything, it's 100%. Okay. And I make a bipolar person look good. At least they have a solution. They can take medication and stuff like that and get help. Um, so what they realize is that I have sociopathy, which is not good. It's hella bad. It's like there's only one thing worse, and it's called a psychopath, and that's a person that kills people and just keeps killing people and doesn't care. And most of them are in prison. They don't live like normal people. They're out there though. I want you. The reason why I'm telling you this is because I want you to understand where it's coming from. Okay, and I want you to understand in detail because I want you to know that I didn't ask for being like this. Okay, just like you didn't ask for me to treat you the way I've done. Okay, and that's not your fault, Ella. Okay. Um, I don't want I don't want to do bad things to you now that I understand what's going on. I always thought it was your fault, mom's fault, and everybody else's fault. Okay, and that's only like that because I didn't know what the hell was wrong with me. I always known there was something wrong with me, but I didn't know what it was. So it's and not understanding what's the problem is where you get a person like me who doesn't think it's my fault. I'm telling you that it's my fault, and I'm just like, well, that means your mom was right. Okay, it's sad when you don't know what's wrong with you, and you don't when you don't know, you're gonna blame everybody. Okay. Uh, so here's how you get this, and you can look all this up online, so you know I'm not bullshitting you. Okay. I When you were born, we're not born with love. No human is born with love. We learn it, and how we learn it is all the same way. Your mother, a mother is your attachment. Okay, you see this in animals. I mean, the whole world is like this: animals and people, even animals and mammals and stuff like that in the ocean. And so, my mom, she had a lot of problems. She had the same thing, I bet. Maybe at a different degree. My dad has this, and he doesn't think so. He's actually worse than me, and it's not hereditary. It's not because one family member got it, the other one's got it. What happens is you don't have it. I'm gonna tell you why. You got your mom, and that's a great thing. You never want to be like this because you do a lot of damage. Now, most sociopaths and psychopaths, Ella, do not admit it. And when you tell them or anything, well, how they really think about it, a real one, a one that's 100%, not borderline like me, like I'm a borderline. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, well, I'm just gonna tell you what the psychologist and me been talking about. Okay, they're incoherent to this stuff, and even if you tell them it is, they don't know what it is. Okay, so there's 3 things that have to happen for you to get this. Okay, and I've sent you stuff on your message thing that shows it, so you know you're getting facts from me and not getting a bunch of lies. Okay. First thing is neglect from the mother, and I mean huge neglect. Neglect meaning they left or they didn't have anything to do with you. My mom left me at 4 years old. That's when my mind was developing to where I was understanding things. Her leaving like that, okay, so now this thing is, my life is always going to be tainted bad. That was a devastation for me, okay? It still is. Joy kicks in. Now, Joy could have turned around. She could have repaired it, and it wouldn't have been as bad as it is. But Joy instead just beat it hurt me and Shauna really bad. And just think, we were kids, we were really scared, Ella. Like we would be hiding in our rooms from Joy, and Joy would we knew it was coming. Just Joy would punch us in the face, and she would hurt us, Ella. She was nice to you. And me and Shauna would be scared. Well, we wouldn't go tell nobody, my dad or nobody, and we never did until now, because she told us we would get it again, and we were scared. We were really scared. Imagine being my age and somebody knock all my baby teeth were knocked out in one day with a spoon. They were busted out. All right, I had a really hard time with Joy. It scared me. I've still got messed up feelings. Shauna got beat bad. Okay, I'm not talking about just beat. I'm talking about punch, kick, stepped on, hit with objects. We got hurt. Okay. And so, for my mom leaving, I'm already devastated, okay? Joy was all this. So, I'm not getting no break in life. I'm just completely hurt and neglected, okay? The second thing that causes this, okay, is abuse. And I'm talking about a lot of abuse. Last but not least, over-controlling parents. That's my dad and Joy. Okay, what makes me borderline is I could have been one. It could have been the 100%. I would have been like my dad. Okay, except for my dad didn't know a lot of things. Joy did. Joy knows where to punch you in the back. She knows where to leave marks where she gets seen, but Joy knows how to tell a story. So my dad, I always loved my dad when I was younger. I always loved him. Okay, and my dad was a better person when he was younger, when he didn't have everything. It turned out to be like this. So there was love, that love for that attachment to him. So I have love, okay? But it's sitting on a second side, okay? I have love the love I have is the way a person loved their dad. Not a person that is the way they're with your mom. Okay? Yeah, it sucks. Because you don't deserve this. Oh, man. Okay, so I don't want to be like this. You don't even know what comes along with this. All the damage that's done. I'm telling you didn't deserve it, Ella. You don't deserve it. Okay? And I don't want this to happen to you. I didn't know. I thought it was everybody else's fault. I thought it was you guys. Now I see what's wrong. Okay. You can tell, like, the text messages I send you over and over, that's a clear sign that I'm a sociopath. The over controlling, the excessiveness of everything, the obsession of things. If you notice, Ella, I don't have this relationship with Fief. I don't have this relationship with my auntie. There are certain people that this shit doesn't make sense. And the psychologist says it's because there's a reason for this. Now, anytime that I think something belonged to me, whether it be a pet, a child, or baby's mom who owns my child, I seem to think that I own it. And then what it does is it triggers. So since my dad gave me attachment, he gave me love. There is two sides to me. So the good news is I'm not 100%, but it being there is still bad. Just fact that should not be. It's not good to have this at all in any form. But I am thankful that I'm not 100%, and I'm also thankful that I'm not a psychopath, because I would have killed everybody, you know. Now, Ella, I am sorry, okay? I really am. And there's nothing I can do to change the past. Okay? Now that I know, okay, there's no medication for this, Ella. There's only talk therapy. And then there's certain things that I have to do a certain way in order to keep, since I'm borderline, I can do this. Most people don't admit to this. So what the psychologist was saying is, that's not normal for me to come and seek to find out what was wrong with me. And then he says when they come to me and they got these disorders like you, they get mad. They tell me that I don't know what I'm doing, and they tell them that, you know, and they leave. They never return. They resist change. They don't think they have it. He says it's very rare that they come to me and they are upfront about it, and it's not. So he says that the only thing he can say is that it's borderline. It means something triggers it. He said, "Did you have this relationship with your daughter the whole time you've known her?" I said, "No. When she was younger, I didn't." And he says, "Well, when it started," and I said, "Okay, well, so when you turned a teenager, teenagers break free. As you get older, you keep breaking free. It's because, Ella, you belong to me. I gotta remember. So, okay, so you belong to me, but you don't belong to me. And so because I've lost some control, it triggered it. Ella, I'm not gonna explain everything to you. Really go into detail, but if you've read anything, you'll see. Ella, I didn't mean to be like this. I didn't ask for my mom to leave me. I didn't ask to be abused. I was probably a good boy, so don't look at me like I caused this and this disorder. Now, what I did cause is not accepting the fact that I needed to go find out what was wrong and admit to it. And so this way, I know about it. Now I can sit here and agree with it. And you can't fix something if you don't know what it is. That's why we haven't changed. That's why things keep on happening. And then plus all these psychiatrists are giving me all these things I got that are not 100%. If I don't have bipolar, and bipolar is not even near people with my disorder, like Ted Bundy, we are dangerous, Ella. Like when our minds are pathologically on somebody obsessively. Like if I say I'm gonna kill somebody, that's a huge concern. Whether it happens right away or not, it could happen 100%. The way I be bragging about mom dying and her auntie Brenda, that's not normal. And for everybody, my psychologist said that for everybody had taken that as a joke, they don't see it coming. Like my disorder will kill somebody, and it won't happen right away. very sneaky, very clever, and it's very manipulative. If I didn't know this right now, look at that video I'm making you right now. He told me to do this instead of texting you. Ella, there's some things that have to happen for me to be able to not be triggered like this, okay, towards you. First thing is, and with mom too, and with everybody, that because it's not normal that I treat Fief and I treat my auntie and certain people like unlike a sociopath. So there's borderline. So that means there's that side of me, and then there's the side of me that got the, you know, obviously the attachment from love and my dad when I was growing up. So it's not so bad, okay? It's when the ugly side comes out, you can't trust anything. Now, here's what has to happen, Ella. This is what I gotta do. And if you're willing to help me, okay, and you want me to get help, there's no medication, Ella. This is not something. People like me are some of the worst people in the world. Some of the people like me, we die. Oh, he said that most of us die of drug overdose, or we're in prison because we've hurt somebody bad. Serial killer types. Those are the ones that are 100. Now, I'm borderline, thanks to my dad giving me some affection in life. Most sociopaths, they didn't get nothing. Okay? In order for me to be able to work with you and mom, here's some things that gotta change. So I gotta know where the trigger's at, okay? You have the right to pull away from me. I don't own you. And same with mom. Just because mom's my baby mom doesn't mean I own her. That's why it didn't work out with me. Girlfriends, pets, wives. If I think that I own them, and even if I do have, like, that's okay, you're my kid. That doesn't mean be excessive over it. I can't so excessive meaning that even when I mean right, I go way past that. So I want my daughter to do good in school. Okay, that's a good thing. I'm going to be, on that. Okay, not a bad idea. But because I have this disorder, it's going to go excessive. I have to be careful. And so it's either do it or don't do it at all. So if I do it, it's not going to work. If I let it go and keep it away. So why does it work out with Fief so much? I don't get it on her about. I'm not trying to do all that. I need to put you and mom in the same position as Fifi in order for this to work. And how I got to do that, Ella, even though I'm your parent and there's certain things I should be on you about, I can't be on any of them. What it has to do with control. So this is if you want me to be like I used to be, want me to be right, I need you to work with me and I'll do the rest, okay? I see how it works, okay? Otherwise, I get triggered and you're going to see a person who has no empathy, no love, says terrible things, and I don't want to lose you as a relationship. That part of me that I got affection from my dad, that's here for you. And I will tell you that I love you, babe. I love you, Ella, so fucking much. I love you, and there's nothing can change that. If I was 100% and it wasn't borderline, I would leave you after a while. So this, when he looked, it's like he didn't understand the psychologist. He said the way he understands is just like, because a real sociopath would have just given up on Ella and given up on anybody. And left mom alone a long time ago. Okay? So I'm gonna work with this borderline thing, okay? Because I know now that what the condition of mine is not incoherent, meaning it's aware, it knows there's love, okay? It just can't be. I gotta watch out for that side of me. How that works, Ella, is I can't. Where most parents are gonna say you gotta do this, you gotta do that. I can't do any of that with you, babe. I cannot do nothing like that. And I mean, even just like a normal parent, because it'll get out of control. So I want you to do good in school. That's it. I can't be any more than that. I can give you advice. I gotta watch to make sure that I don't get involved in it too much. Okay? Meaning, I want you to do good, but I'm not going to go follow you around. I'm not going to sit there and be on the. That's as far as I can go with anything. I got to give up my control as far as what a normal parent has, just a little bit of. I can't have none of it. Okay? But I want this relationship with you, okay? And I don't want to. Now I don't want to fight. Okay? I don't. I'm going to take my borderline, okay? And because I know that I got a chance. If I was 100%, me and Fief wouldn't be getting along. No, I wouldn't be getting along with anybody. There wouldn't be a relationship with my auntie. There's certain people that I'm doing this for. I need to be doing it for everybody. Okay? First thing I'm going to do is give up control, Ella. Okay? Secondly, social media, babe, and text messaging and stuff like that is not going to help me. We need to get off of that completely. We shouldn't be on each other's Instagrams in any sort of way. No Facebooks and no text messages. Because it's better for the words to come out. It's better for us to be upfront with each other. Babe, if you really want this to work, all we can do is call each other, talk to each other maybe once or twice a day, and then visit each other and see each other. That the symptoms weren't always here until these things popped up, these devices with all these social media. Those things are not good for me, Ella. Not when I have a passionate relationship with somebody like you. Okay? They can come in later, we can text and stuff like that. That's why I'm making this right here, is because text messaging and all that stuff doesn't have any tone of voice. We don't know, like you can say on a text message or DM that you can be like, for example, fuck you. The word fuck you. Now, you can take that, you don't know how they sound like it, because there's two different kinds of fuck you, and then there's like fuck you. You don't get to know which side is side when you are on a text message. You don't know people's tone of voice. So it's easy to take things wrong. And I take your emojis wrong. So those things aren't good for me. And it's not your fault. I can take things the wrong way. It's not good for me to do that when I have this condition. It's not about me. It's about you. But I'm just letting you know that I don't know where it's coming from. And so that's just one thing, okay? The other things is I can't be, I gotta watch out my triggers, so I just can't be the parent type to you that you owe me something. Ever. Okay? It's not, I don't want you to be fucked up, man. I don't want you to be like this. I want you to be, because I love you, Ella. I love you so fucking much, man. You mean the fucking world to me. I love you. I love you because this is the day I first saw you smile on your little cute face, babe. When you were little, and I don't know what it is about you, but you still do this. You had my love from day one, and you always had this second part of you that kept on grabbing my affection. You had this thing where you not only had my love, but you did something in front of my eyes that just made me really have affection for you, and I'm sold out on you, and I really care about you. You just happened to do something. There was something always secondly about you that if I loved you that much, you made sure that it's like you were the cutest thing in the world. You are the cutest thing in the world when you were little. I can name a million things, Ella, that you've done that I looked at you and I'm just like, I love this kid, man. This is my daughter. Beautiful, fucking beautiful daughter that does all these cute things, and she's so sweet, and I just love you, Ella. I love you so much. I love you more than anybody. Anybody. Okay? I remember, I'm going to give you a few things that you did since we're talking about it that I'll never forget. The first thing is the way you crawled when you were little. The way you crawled. You didn't crawl normal. I love that. Okay? There was a time when I came home from the army, and I always came home every Christmas, and I had you in my arms, like I wait for you to wake up. And I remember this morning you woke up, and you smiled, big old smile. I just love that. It means the fucking world to me. See, what else did you do? Boy, like I had them all in my mind at one time. There, I just like went before I said things. The thing is, you always have this second. Oh yeah, when we went to this, we went to this Goodwill to go buy stuff, and we picked out some dresses. And I remember we were putting them on the thing that goes to the the register, the belt, the mover thing. And I remember Fifi grabbed this dress because Mom told her put it back. And you were so little and you grabbed that fucking thing, boy. Another time was we was at the Pollo Loco across the street, and you were eating a churro. We gave you a churro. You're just a little thing. There was a time when I spent with you all the time, Ella, and I kept on getting you from Mom, and I'd take you, like for visitation, court visitation. And I remember that you you wouldn't share the churro, and I said you better share with your sisters. And you got the pouty face, this cute little face. You said, and you took your thing and you went and you started sharing it with everybody, and I love that about you. What else? Now, my favorite time with you, when you were a baby and you came to my house for visit. If it wasn't the diaper, if it wasn't that you wanted milk, and if it wasn't that, what was it? It was that one, no, it was 3 things. If they were all good, your diaper was clean, your bottle, and you didn't need sleep, I think, maybe, or something. There was one third thing. I used to put you on my shoulder, baby, and walk you up and down the hallway for hours. Boy, my hand would be, my whole arm would be worked. I had one arm bigger than the other. And you would go to sleep, and you were right here on my shoulder, and I just remember I could smell the side of your head, and you were asleep, and I like that. I like that. My baby. The time you played one time I came home from the army for break, and you got all dressed up like Little Fairy, and you played all day. And then there was a time when Mom was sleeping upstairs. She was taking a nap, and she wakes up to check up on you. She does that. And you had, I think I told you this, and you had looked, you said, no, and you couldn't talk. And you went back and sat down. I'll tell you more. There's a bunch of things you did that. Oh, the time you made your first step. you grabbed my hand. We were giving you a chocolate bar. Your face was covered in chocolate. And you made your first step, and you looked at me and said, you said to laugh on you. It was cute, baby. Anyway, so believe it or not, to make a long story short, so I didn't text you a bunch. All I wanted to do when I texted you was just talk. So as you see all these words that just came out of my mouth, if you've watched this video, this would all been on your text message. It's just a conversation. You left me with talking and stuff like that, but I know why. You know what I mean? I wanted control, so I was hoping by taking your phone away, I would have control. Bottom line here, Ella, if I want this to work and you want this to work, I need you to work with me a little bit. I'll do the rest. I can't control you. And I don't mean in any way, like the way normal parents do, even. I have to let you be you like I do for Fief. Okay? It doesn't make sense for me to be... If I can do it with one person, why can't I do it with everybody? Because I'm borderline. Same with Mom. I can't... If I wanted to go away with her, because it drives me crazy, it's quit trying to control her. Because my control, just even a little bit of control, it can't be over compassion. I don't have it because my mom never taught me it. whenever I try to get on something, it means that I gotta let you do whatever you want. And that's the scary thing about that is I want you to be safe. I don't want nothing bad to happen to you. And between that and worry, so I don't know how to. You're not gonna get love out of me, or that come from like your mom, like it should. But you will get love from me like a dad. My dad wasn't really all that bad of a person in the beginning. I think Joy just kind of made him like that or something. I don't know. The thing is I want you in my life, and I don't want to lose you. I love you, man. I swear to God, I love you. Those are things I gotta do, and all this social media stuff is not gonna help. I can't do it. It's not gonna work. I want to just, because I know you're probably not gonna go through right away. If you want me, babe, and I want you, I just need you to do a small hair of things that are not controlling, because you have a choice to do it, but they will help me to readjust to you and be able to lay foundation down to be more like this, okay? I don't want to be like that person I was with you. And I know, well, I have a psychologist I talk to, so I have footwork. I don't have medication for this. Okay, I can be the worst person in the world, or I can be the best person I want to be. Okay, it wasn't like both my parents neglected me completely. Okay, I don't want this to happen to you. This does damage to you. Okay, I don't want nothing bad to happen to you. I want you to have, babe, I just want you to be happy. Okay, I'm gonna end this video because it's been 30 minutes and you're probably sick of it. I didn't text you a bunch of stuff, so I really hope you watch this, because I admitted what is wrong with me. You're welcome to look it up. It's gonna say a lot of awful things, so make sure you type in borderline, because I wasn't exactly neglected completely. I just went through some things. This is mainly damage from my mom and Joy. Okay, Joy could have came in my life and me and Sean's life and been sweet and loving and stuff, which would have repaired my stuff and wouldn't have been as bad. There would have still been a neglect problem, but she didn't do that. I didn't ask for this, though. I swear to God, I didn't even know. I just figured I had bipolar or some shit maybe, and I can't work on things if you don't know what they are to the full extent. That means you're not going to change because you don't know the full extent of where change is needed. I'm taking my control off you, Ella. Not that I had any in the last thing, but I keep trying to get it. I keep trying to get it. You can tell through. Anytime I get angry, I'm going to let that go. All I ask from you is that you keep an eye out and be safe, because one thing I cannot do is lose you, because it will make me worse. And I can make your life better. And I know you want me to be a certain way. I want to be a good dad. I won't be able to be normal. I won't be able to tell you, hey, you need to do this. Because I take, hey, you need to do this, to, hey, you, and then hey, you, and hey, you, and hey, you, and hey, you, and hey, you. And I expect things of you that are not even real. Really, I want you to do so good in school that you get straight A's and you go to Harvard and then you'll just be in school the rest of your life, right? I understand. I get it. Okay, I don't want to do that at all. If I don't know how to, then I don't want to do it. All I want to do is visit you and repair this whole thing, and maybe you'll come to Las Vegas, and there's a bunch of stuff I like to do with you. And I know what I got to do, Ella, but I need you to understand. Now you know what I got. I really recommend that you look it up, Ella, so you understand. It's going to say a lot of awful things. I'm borderline, Ella. Borderline, okay? It means I have a chance. If I can treat my auntie and certain people good and there's no problem, there's your sign right there. But if there's certain people I'm just really, like Mom, come on. I would treat everybody like that then. So if you work with me, Ella, just the hair, I'm not telling you got to do stuff for me. It's your choice, okay? I don't know if you want me in your life. I know that I can lose you, and if it didn't bother me, I wouldn't bother at all. Now I went off and I found all I can do is go to talk therapy and talk about my issues instead of Obviously bottling them up and letting them out. And I can get coping skills. So the main thing is, Ella, I can't control anything about you. Nothing. Not even what normal parents control. I can't do that. I have to put you right where Fief is at, right where my auntie's at. I have to treat mom like I do my auntie. Meaning I can't sit there and look at something she does and start worrying that it's going to be like this and be delusional like it already happened, and then, start controlling her, better fix it, and it better be on my control so it doesn't happen, and knowing that I'm excessively going to keep doing that forever. Even if I was in control and I fixed the situation, I'm not going to stop, because that's my trigger. That's my problem. Either it's one way or the other. It's like I can't do it at all. Meaning, if I don't like something you're doing, Ella, all I can do is give advice, and just be like, I wish you wouldn't do that, and then I have to leave it. I can't go off and be any more than that. And it's, you'll see, I can't do what normal parents do because I get out of hand. What I can do is treat you respectfully and keep on top of what's going on with me, and let you know what my problem is. So I've done everything I possibly could. I made the video like my psychologist said to do. And so and I admitted to what I did, and I'm looking at what I did. And I'm just really hoping that by what I get from this and what I understand, that I have you in my life. And I want my relationship with you just like I have with my auntie. I want all my relationships like that. Okay? It's up to you, Ella, if you want me. I can tell you that text messaging in any kind of way, be it on the Instagram, all that stuff, those things are bad for me, Ella. It's not, I can't control them things because I don't understand. I don't understand the nature of the tone and out of it compassionately. I don't. You could be saying, you could give me an emoji. I could be taking that emoji as, oh, she's being rude, she's being cruel, she's being sarcastic. I don't know the difference, Ella, because I don't hear tone of voice. Like when I say, hey, what the fuck you doing? Compared to, hey, what the fuck you doing? See the difference? You don't get to hear that in text messaging. So it's not going to help me, but it's up to you, Ella. I can't force you to want to be with me. I could have done enough damage where I just got to accept the fact that I lose everybody in this world, and that's what my condition does. Or you can give me a little bit at some point, whenever you are ready, obviously. I can't text you anymore, Ella. I have to send a video. Okay, I have to talk to you. And I won't video you up, but this gets rid of all that stuff right there. And you hear my tone of voice, you know where I'm coming from. You see my eye contact. I can fix this, Ella. I just have to do things way different, and I have to keep them like that. And I just want you to know that. And Ella, I love you. I really love you, and I don't want to lose you, and I don't want nothing. I don't want my behavior to mess you up. You deserve to be happy. And I want to see it happen. Okay? So I hope this video was okay. I hope that if you count all the words, you would have seen them all in a text message. You know what I mean? It was just a conversation I was trying to have with you. And it turned into a mess. Okay, have a beautiful day whenever you get it, or night, whenever you watch this, if you've watched it. Ella, I love you.